Welcome back to Training Module 2, the My Life, My Plan Workshop Agenda and Activities Overview. Let's review the agenda for this module. In this video, we will cover an overview of a typical workshop, review of materials and activities, and how to locate additional resources. First, let's take a look at an overview of a typical workshop. You'll notice right away that most of the activities are very short in duration. The workshop is constructed in this way as to get a lot of information across in a relatively short period of time. This is an opportunity to get the students thinking. Don't worry if you're not able to completely finish an exercise with your students in the allotted time. Plans have been made with the school or organization for the students to continue working on this throughout the school year. Now let's take a quick tour of the workshop. Your workshop information document provides the address, parking, and building entry instructions. You may even have a student profile section that will give you some background information on the students you'll be working with. On the day of the workshop, you will be asked to arrive 15 minutes before the workshop start to attend a coach pre-workshop training session. Upon arrival, the facilitator will show you where to sign in and then help you look for a seat with a Reserve for Coach sign. We'll kick off the workshop with an opening activity that has the students interviewing various coaches around the room. Each student will receive a handout asking them to pretend that they are writing a blog about how people choose their careers. These questions are designed to not only help the students get to know coaches, but to start to learn how people make career decisions based on their interests, skills, and work values. In your training materials, you have received an interview guide containing all the questions students will ask you, along with some of the things to think about when you answer. Once this activity has concluded, the facilitator will have students sit down at the tables. The students seated at your table will be the students you will work with for the remainder of the workshop. After the initial welcome address, you will have an opportunity to introduce yourself to the students and participate in an icebreaker activity so that everyone can get to know each other. The icebreaker challenge is to find something that you and any of the students assigned to you all have in common. It's a great way to start off, especially if you happen to be working with students that at first glance seem very different from you. Next, the facilitator will show a video called Did You Know?, which shows how quickly information is evolving and how technology is reshaping how we live and work together. If you get a chance, check out a preview by going to the YouTube address listed on the screen. This sets the stage to introduce students to the concept of career clusters and show them how to make good career decisions. If time allows, the facilitator may play a quick round of career cluster bingo. This team activity will have you and your students working together to try to match job titles to the career cluster they belong to. Keep in mind that many jobs can fit into 2 or more clusters. This will be a great chance for you to make sure that all of the students are getting a chance to actively participate. After a short break, the students will be divided into 2 groups for the breakout sessions. As a coach, you will remain in the computer lab, and your students will rotate between working with you on their career interest assessment and career plan guide, and participating in the other room with the facilitator in an activity we called Wisconsin's Got Talent, which features in-demand industries in our region. In Training Module 3, you will learn more about the assessment and what the students should do with their results. It's very valuable for a coach to be present when students are taking their career assessment so that you can answer any questions they have, make sure they are thoroughly reading each item and answering thoughtfully. Also, paying attention to how they answer items will help you debrief results with them, especially if there are inconsistencies between their actual results and what they thought their results would be. During this breakout session, you will also help students identify what their next steps should be. You are helping them start their career in college research, but there is still much they can do after the workshop to continue exploring and preparing. Each student will receive a My Next Steps handout that you can read through with them. This handout gives suggestions on career and college activities for each year in high school. Ask the student what they have already accomplished, and then discuss what they need to do next. Their steps should be written on their handout so the facilitator can collect it. Training Module 3 will also show you how students can enter their steps in their career assessment website for easy access in the future. This is a critical part of the My Life, My Plan workshop because the school counselors will use this information in helping students continue the exploration you are helping them to begin. By entering their next steps, the counselor will know exactly where to pick up where you left off. The second round of breakout sessions is much shorter. You will remain in the computer lab, and once again the students will rotate between working with you and another presentation in which the school counselor will inform them about courses and extracurricular activities that they can take in high school. When the students are with you in the computer lab for the second round of breakout sessions, you will help them complete the online survey and upload a workshop completion certificate into their electronic portfolio. One last note on workshop activities. We require that all students and coaches complete an online workshop evaluation at the end of the session. Please take a few minutes before you leave to go to a computer and fill out your evaluation. You can access all the workshop materials and activities by going to the mylifemyplanwi.com website. Look under the Workshop Documents for Printing tab. Remember, there will be a facilitator present to guide you and your students through all of the activities, so you only need to have a general familiarity with the materials. You can also access additional coach resources on the website under the Coach Tips and Resources tab. Here you will find specific strategies for My Life, My Plan activities, as well as links to other websites on employment projection, college preparation, and working with youth. You're not required to read through this material, but we certainly encourage you to utilize all these amazing resources. That's it for Training Module 2. In Module 3, you will be given more specific information about the career assessment you will be using. There are many different tools on the market that help students explore careers. Different schools and programs use different assessments, and we want to align the My Life, My Plan workshop with the specific assessment that the students will use. The assessment that you will use has been highlighted in the workshop information document you have received. You should have also received a link to view the training video for that particular assessment. You can always email us with questions using the contact information on this screen. Thanks again for becoming a My Life, My Plan career coach. We look forward to seeing you at the workshop.